It's the in way to communicate right now, but is it safe? Don't miss our special report, Who's Texting Your Child?
Live from 10 WALB. Leading the way for South Georgia. This is WALB News 10 at 6.
Have you noticed how much your child is running up your cell phone bill with text messaging?
It is the in way to communicate, especially for teenagers. But is it a safe way to stay in touch? We'll show you how you can monitor your child's cell phone usage.
We parents know the dangers of the internet, but what about our children's cell phones? They can also lead to trouble.
Do you know everyone who has your child's cell phone number? Have you ever asked your kid whether he's gotten an unwanted or inappropriate text message? There is a way to keep tabs on how your children use their cell phones and find out who's texting your child.
It's hard to find a teenager these days without a cell phone. And if they have a phone,
get a new one. Yes.
They're probably texting. Youth counselors Howard and Heidi Davis see it at church.
Oh my goodness, constantly.
And at home with their teenage daughters.
Last month, Megan was 10,100 texts in the month, and Casey's was a little over 7,500. So we broke that down to about 250 or 350 times a day.
14-year-old Casey is a texting whiz. She doesn't even have to look at her phone as she types out the letters, and sometimes it seems she does it all day.
I text when I wake up in the morning, yeah, and when I'm going to bed at night, too.
She texts more than she talks just to keep up with friends.
And what we're doing this weekend, stuff like that. We're just bored. And guys.
Our parents don't really understand all that texting, but they like the idea of their kids having cell phones.
If they have a problem, you know, they know that we're just a phone call away and, you know, we'll be there.
They keep the family computer in an open area and monitor their daughter's internet usage, but they don't worry about them getting inappropriate text messages.
Not so much on the phone. Computer, yes.
But maybe that's something parents should worry about. Look at these cases just this year. A South Carolina Boy Scout leader arrested for sending obscene text messages to a 14-year-old boy. Police near Tampa say a teacher texted a student to set up sexual liaisons. In Jacksonville, a preacher was arrested for sending lewd text to a 14-year-old and was later charged with molesting another girl. And Colorado authorities claim this man had sex with a 12-year-old girl after exchanging text messages. He got her phone number from a social networking website. A company called Radar markets a service that allows you to monitor your child's text messages and cell phone calls.
What you want to drink?
The Davises say it's an interesting idea, but they're not convinced it's right for them.
I wouldn't want to do it unless they gave me reason to think that something was going on and that I needed to check up on them.
Here's how Radar works. Get an online account. You make a list of approved phone numbers. If your child gets a message or call from an unapproved number, you get notified immediately, and you can view the content of all texts.
To some families, I think it would be very beneficial to be able to follow up and just make sure their kids are making good choices.
But Howard and Heidi say parents need to be prepared for what they might see and not overreact to every message they might not like.
I think there is a line there that I do think a lot of parents would abuse.
Casey's not a big fan of the idea either.
I think it's kind of dumb.
She says she and her friends have nothing to hide, but they like the idea of having a little privacy.
Nobody wants their parents reading about their personal business.
But as teens conduct more personal business on their cell phones, parents must weigh their kids' right to privacy against their obligation to protect them and decide how far they should go to monitor who's texting their children.
If you'd like more information on that cell phone monitoring service, you can find a link to it at WALB.com. Click on Who's Texting Your Child.